There's two things that can be said about DICE. They're making loads of money, but they have a ton of work on their decks. They're currently working on the expansion for BattleField Bad Company 2 and the multiplayer for the new Medal of Honor game. But more recently, they just finished the Onslaught DLC for BattleField Bad Company 2. Onslaught is a 4-player co-op mode that plays out a little bit like Rush and Conquest. The goal is to try and capture 3 flags in a specific order while the computer opponent is trying to stop you. I can see why people were thinking this was a horde mode, because there is an unlimited number of enemies that will keep attacking while you try to capture the flags. Onslaught is played out on 4 different multiplayer maps, and there are 4 different difficulty settings. And each difficulty has a different amount of enemies, and it can get pretty intense sometimes. But be warned, Onslaught is extremely dull by yourself. Thankfully, there is a matchmaking system, so if you don't know anyone who has the DLC, you can just join someone else's game. But don't expect to beat it on hardcore without mics, because this DLC will require a lot of teamwork on higher difficulties. And I gotta say, this is one of those downloads that makes me feel like I've been a little ripped off, because the DLC is 800 Microsoft points, but you play the game on 4 maps that you already have, so to me it felt like paying for content that I already have on the disc. Another minor nitpick is that you use the guns you've unlocked in multiplayer, and since I'm not much of a multiplayer guy, I'm stuck choosing between just a few guns. Onslaught is fun, but you're paying for something that's already on the disc, and it's pretty boring by yourself. You won't be missing anything if you pass this up, so unless you and your friends need something to do, then you should save your money.